Yeah, I've been cooking. It's time to
cooking.
serve.
Oh. Welcome back to Green Room, the series where I interview iconic artists in iconic venues. And today I am sat with
Eloise.
Eloise. We're not in a green room. We're in a bar.
And
we're
that's
in
the
a
truth.
bar in the middle of the day. We're in the bar. Sue us. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So excited to have you. I'm so excited to speak about everything.
Me too. I've not got to speak about lots of things much.
Let's go back to when you first started releasing music. 2019.
Yes.
Started releasing music, but you've always been very musical, very creative from a young age.
Yes.
Creative family.
Yeah, really creative family.
I read that you started piano at 4.
Yes, I did. I've never been very good at it, but I did start at 4.
Okay, but you started.
Yes.
Wait, that doesn't matter.
I plateaued quite soon after that.
That's all right. No one needs to know that bit. Do you think that having access to music so young and so early on in your life informed the rest of like the trajectory of your life?
100%. Because I think if you're in touch with your musicality when you're really, really young and your brain is really spongy, and you've not got any self-consciousness around you, you can just create without any boundaries. And then you get in these good habits of not having the boundaries. And that is what a lot of people struggle with. And even I struggle with it even after having that. It just meant that I've always felt a bit more free than I think a lot of other people feel.
And super supportive family to push you to do whatever you wanted.
Yes.
Do you remember for yourself and maybe from other people the first time you went, oh shit, I can sing?
Honestly, no, because I was actually a really horrible singer for a very long time. I had a really like nasal voice, and my mum once, I got caught in some barbed wire in the garden, was like screaming, and no one came, and it's because my mum thought I had been singing. So I was that bad. I'm not being modest. It was for a very long time that I was bad. And then I think it was when I moved back to England from France that I started listening to pop music and like copying that kind of singing. And then I started to practice because there must have been something in my brain that was like, oh, I do like this.
Yeah.
I definitely had a powerful voice even when it sounded really bad. It was really loud. But yeah. Okay.
And do you think that can you clock the moment that you said, I want to do this as a career?
Yeah, 100%. I basically very randomly did a film when I was 12.
Yes.
And I loved doing that. I was always, both my parents are actors, so I loved acting anyway. And then basically towards the end, the director heard me singing and wanted to get me involved in the music of the film. So put me in touch with who was making the music. And that turned out to be Damon Albarn. And I was like 12, no idea who he was, just moved back from like rural France. So it didn't mean anything to me, but except that he was super lovely and was just every idea he had, he would sort of almost shush people and be like, go, follow that idea through. It was so encouraging. Another version of what I was saying before, the freedom. And I remember singing, recording the vocals and thinking, it's this. That's what I meant to do.
And you were 12?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it wasn't like it was going to be my career. I don't think 12-year-olds are aware of career.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to sing forever now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My God, what an experience to have so young.
Totally.
And now looking back, do you go, oh God, that was a legend?
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many parts of it that I honestly have compartmentalized so many bits of my life that whole section I sometimes forget about because it's 14 years ago now. But that was a whole bit of life. And with these really incredible people around me, including Damon Albarn, who I then became a fan of afterwards.
Yeah. That's so fun to do it that way around.
Exactly, yeah.
So 14 years later, you've now got your newest single that's just popped out.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about her.
So For You, I kind of wrote a lot of songs when I've been in a grump, so I guess that's not new. But I was, it's sort of basically about when you zoom out and you realise you've been part of something that was not working for you. You were not being yourself, becoming a thing that they wanted you to be, And I think as like women, you actually find a lot of comfort and happiness in making people happy. There's a people-pleasing nature, but that can tip over, and it's like, no, I don't mind wearing different things and like looking different and blah, 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 because it makes you happy, therefore I'm happy. It's kind of about removing yourself from that and being like, oh my God, I was ill with that for you.
Wow.
And I need to leave.
Yeah, my God. I mean, I literally just felt like my heart in my throat just then. So I was like, whoa, I have done exactly that. I think so many people
A lot of girls and women, a lot of people have, but I think it's a real feminine experience to be the people pleaser, you know.
And is that from real life experience that that's written about?
Yeah. I mean, it's cherry picked. The interesting thing is it's not really about one situation. It's about all the several times I've done that in my life, you know.
I think when I first heard this single, first of all, I was like, oh, she's grown.
She's grown.
Oh, she's a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
And I think that is, I mean, you've been putting music out for so long through your early 20s into where you are now. Like, I think people will have grown with you. Totally. And for this to now land is so great. And with the growth, I feel like you've got a bit of a new look.
Yes.
Which,
I mean, it's like, it all feels like a next step.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like, you know, I kept the fringe, I kept the blonde, you know, all of that. It's a natural evolution, though. Yeah. Definitely. Because I have grown and life has changed and I've gone through more things.
Yeah.
So
on the bangs, how do you get them to sit so perfectly, first of all?
In about 10 minutes, they'll stop doing it. I just zhuzh them before with a round brush and I keep a roller in as long as possible. Sometimes I leave the house without realising I've left the roller in my hair.
That's kind of fantastic.
It can be fantastic. I think it will be like, in hindsight, I'll look at pictures and be like, that's fantastic. But really, it's just embarrassing when I realise it's in my head.
I think you, like, walking down the road with a roller in, having a cigarette and a coffee that's...
You've made it sound fabulous.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
And that is what I do. So
people would literally be like, I'm going to put the roller in now to, like, make sure I look good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just naturally fabulous. All right, okay, so
If you say so.
Has there been anyone or anything that's inspired the style in, like, the aesthetic of the new work?
I mean, I think aesthetically, I always draw inspiration from like old MGM films. Just grew up with a very like theatre orientated and old like MGM orientated family. So it's a lot. I love melodrama and I love that sort of, you know, woman looking out the balcony. Yeah. Or, you know, with a cigarette though.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. So aesthetically, I think it's all a bit of that, you know, circa now.
Yes.
Musically, I think it's really difficult. When I'm writing, I try not to listen to a lot of music. Because I will just end up making it a project that sounds exactly like whatever I was listening to. So I don't know, like, if I'm sure there's subliminal influences. I remember when I'd written it being like, it's kind of giving me... you know that song, I don't think you're crazy.
Oh my God,
who's
beautiful.
it? I can't remember who's by.
As in Niles Barkley. Crazy.
Yeah. It gives me that vibe and it gives me a bit of Jolene at the beginning of the song. But I don't think they influenced it. I just think it reminds me of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I think that's really interesting that you can just be like, I'm just plucking things from whatever comes.
Yeah.
And I think you can see when lots of artists have... I have been influenced by.
Yes,
and
yeah.
Okay, so you're...
Exactly. And I've done that and that's great, but I just have noticed that I'm very influenced without realising. And so, like, I just want to clear the palette and then I'll just, like, listen to podcasts or even instrumental music, like a dance music or something that I can't copy. Yeah.
We love an aware queen.
She's aware.
I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions.
Okay.
We're just going to get in whatever comes top of mind. We'll just go. Okay, so Billie Eilish has actually already done this for you, but dream artist to cover one of your songs.
I don't... Off the top of my head, Joe would be really sick.
Yeah.
One of my like folkier songs.
Okay.
Because he has that song Potion, which is so amazing, and I feel like he could totally do a good cover of one of my songs. But then I'd be jealous that he'd done it better
Maybe you
than
have
me.
to sing it together.
Yeah.
Joe, you're watching? Okay. So, would you rather be a solo artist but you can only sing songs written by someone else, or be in a band but you can write your own music?
Oh, be in a band. It's annoying because I feel like I'm getting more and more confident. So like there's more and more of me as the years go by that wants to be the front man and enjoys it. But really, I enjoy the writing so much, so I have to be in the band.
Okay. That's a good
But that's a cruel question.
I know, that was mean.
Yeah.
That was mean. I knew it was mean as I was writing it as well. Long writing sessions or in and out?
I don't do writing sessions.
Okay.
So alone and quick would be ideal.
Okay. But you wouldn't spend would you spend a long time?
I've sometimes, there have been times where I've like written one verse and then like 2 months later I write the next one. But it's really nice when they come very quickly.
Okay.
Just for obvious reasons.
It's just really helpful. Melody or lyrics first?
Lyrics now.
Okay. Not previously?
No, previously it would be like I'd be humming stuff and it would inspire a lyric because of the pattern of the melody would be like my mouth would stumble on words basically and then I'd build it around that. But now it's lyrics.
Okay. A dream London venue
to perform? Hammersmith Apollo is pretty sick. It's like, it's ambitious, but I'm into the ambition of getting there.
Let's just
I think
aim
it's
there.
such a great room. I love how the floor is like this so everyone can see and everyone can dance and it's great. I would like to play there.
Everyone's got good
I
venue.
supported there once and it was like the perfect amount of like, I'm terrified, but this feels great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to headline there.
Yeah.
This one I always find so interesting. If you could have anything in the world on your rider, what would you have?
I mean, off the top of my head, it's Diet Coke and Marlboro Golds.
That's the dream.
And maybe
That's all I
Velcro
want.
rollers, because I always
good.
lose my rollers. So that.
This is so good. I just feel like all of your interviews should be done in a roller from now on. Just
that's
like
so
maybe
true.
think about
Have
and a
about
cigarette.
3 in my bag.
When you eventually do a Vogue What's in My Bag.
Yes.
All I want to see is rollers.
Velcro rollers flying
just
out.
like, sorry, there's another one. That's all I want to see.
That will be what it is.
And then like one lone cigarette comes out.
Yes, snapped cigarette. They're all snapped at the bottom of my bag constantly. It's not good.
What can we look forward to this year from you?
Lots and lots of music. Yeah, I've been cooking. It's time to serve.
Cooking. Oh,
yeah,
girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. I asked this question to absolutely everybody. Feel free to take a little second to think about it. How do you want your music to make people feel?
Really good question. How do I want it to make people feel? Not alone is probably that. Because I was going to say like seen or whatever, but really it's like you want to feel like you've got your body to help you through rubbish or good stuff, you know. Everyone has association songs or music or artists to happy times and sad times, and I would like to be that. You know, that's nice.
Just like in their little ear hole.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. Yeah. It's like every time I think of sunny days, I think of Corinne Bailey Ray. So it's like I'd love to, and she's helped me enjoy sunny days more.
Oh my
and
God,
as
I'm
much
so
as
glad you
like
mentioned
people have
her.
made me sit in my sadness a bit more, you know.
I have not heard her name in such a long time, and she used to be the
she's the
album that
queen.
my mum and I used to
too.
listen to.
That was like a big album. That's the first concert I ever went to. My brother took me to her. I think she was playing in like, I don't know, Hyde Park.
Right,
And
outside.
I was on my brother's shoulders and she played Put Your Record On and I was like, whoa. Yeah.
That song makes me want to cry every time.
Yeah.
It just like makes me think of me and my mum.
I know, exactly. And this
Yes.
is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's like a silent power is to be that for someone.
That's so beautiful. Your answers have been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, this has been Green Room, and this has been
Eloise.